All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us the truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Bahasham is in the name. Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ and Jehovah. The Rakakwadash shares the Holy Spirit. I'm the brother I will you with the GMS Chicago branch out here in Chicago. Come back at you with another lesson. And Lord, I hope this lesson be edifying to whoever may reach. Through the spirit, I didn't really have a lesson planned, but it's just me speaking out loud. Just basically going, in the spirit, right now, just to basically, just turn on my camera and just start talking, basically. Just thinking about, the things that's happening around the world right now. Mainly what the prophecies. You have World War III. You have the different fires that's going on, around the world. Mainly right now, everybody talking about Hawaii, which we know, that was all set up because they were talking about putting smart cities in Hawaii, things of that nature. You got the MOTB, which is soon to be mandatory across the four corners of the world. You have different things like that, uproars of the people, race wars, different things, is coming down, right now. And we're at that time. So I got this, through the spirit, just me turning on the camera, just bringing out some precepts, through the spirit. See where the spirit lead me. So this is the book of Habakkuk 2:1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. It says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. Readeth what? The prophecies. Run that readeth it. Us, getting into these prophecies and understanding these prophecies and what? Really, measuring the times, things of that nature, us, basically, standing upon our watch, basically. We read the prophecies, we understand the prophecy, and we look out for them. And it says, verse 3, it says, for the vision shall for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right? Tarry meaning what? Being prolonged. These prophecies are no longer going to be prolonged. Because Esau knows he's running out of time. So he's going to do whatever it takes, to basically fulfill his NWO agenda. By getting everybody C-hipped, by basically putting everybody under subjection, under them. Talking about them, talking about the elites. The elites want full control of the whole world by having everybody, C-hipped and under subjection under them. Fulfilling the New World Order agenda. These are the things, that's coming down the pipe right now. The prophecies being fulfilled. The year 2023, Lord willing, all the prophecies come to pass. While Elder Apostle Tahar, coined this year. Lord willing, all the prophecies come to pass. And we're seeing that right now. In the news with the MOTB. You have different grocery stores already got the system in place. So we're just waiting on that, because when these things begin to come to pass, it's going to be like a domino effect. Let's get this. This is the book of Revelations 12:12, because like I mentioned before, Esau knows, he has but a short time to basically fulfill these certain things. Because what? The scriptures say, he has a bounds that he cannot pass. So Esau Edom is trying to do everything in his power, to basically fulfill his NWO agenda. But what? We know that it's not going to come to pass. So this is the book of Revelations 12:12. That New World Order is not going to be successful. This is the book of Revelations 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil means deceiver, it's come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Right? He knows he had but a short time, so he's going to go basically ape shit. He's going to try to do everything in his power, to try to fulfill this NWO agenda. But what? As the scriptures say, though his hands, perform his enterprise. I forget how it's quoted, but let me see, can I actually find it? But basically, Esau has a short time. This is the last bit of juice he got in this kingdom. What's that? 2 Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So he's going to basically what? Throw everything. Basically he's going to be a tyrant. He's going to show his horns. You know, let's get this. I think it's in Job 2015. Or I think it's Job 15. Let's see. Salakia, bear with me. Job 5 and 12. That's spirit hit me. The Wadi Halbah Shem Yahushua. This is the book of Job 5 and 12. It says, He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Right. He disappointed. He is talking about Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shem Yahushua says he disappointed the devices of the crafty. Right. The devices of the crafty. Who was the crafty? Esau Edom. Because he do these different things behind the scene to basically what? To fulfill his NWO agenda. What's that? Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto him that decree unrighteous decrees. Esau Edom is basically putting laws into effect to basically further his NWO agenda. It says he disappoints the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, right? Enterprise meaning what? Their new world order. So the Lord is going to disappoint them, So the Lord is basically putting Esau Edom in a trick bag. Because for what? They're going to have it in their mind. They're going to get so close to have everybody see him. But what? That's when the Lord is going to rain upon him while he is eating. The Lord is going to disappoint this man. Esau Edom think he's finna feel so, get so close to fulfilling that NWO agenda, but the Lord is basically what? Finna disappoint him. And you have to understand also when I brought out that Revelations 12 and 12, he had but a short time. So Esau Edom is basically going to go be a tyrant towards everybody, especially you Israelites. He's going to try to hunt us down, talking about the men of the Lord. He's going to try to hunt us down, but then that's when what? The Lord is going to lift up that standard. Let's get that. Isaiah 59 and 19. Because there's nothing these devils can do to us. That's Psalms 91. We're going to have that standard. The Lord is going to be for us in that time. Lord, when we be a part of the elect, the Lord is going to lift up that standard for us at that time. This is the book of Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall lift up a standard against him. Right? So certain men going to have spiritual powers. Some man is going to literally have perform miracles. These are the times we're coming into, the times we're actually currently in. Because what? We're approaching that. We're in that time actually of Jacob's trouble. So the Lord has to lift up that standard again for us. What's that? Daniel's the 12th chapter. It's going to be a time like never before. So that standard, that standard is needed for the elect's sake. The Lord is going to protect his elect in that time. It says, and it's actually a good precept to go with that Revelations 12 and 12. I'm going to read it again. It's the book of Isaiah 59 and 19. It says, So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood. Who is that enemy? Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Right, so in that time, when these devils go all out, it's nothing they ain't going to be able to do to the elect. Sure, some of the elect will be martyrs, but at the end of the day, what? They're going to be raised up from the dead when Yahweh Shai makes his second return. Some elect men is going to receive that spiritual power, in that time. Some elect men is going to be able to have the power to heal. Some elect men will be hidden. But ultimately, what? The elect is going to be accounted for in that time. The standard is going to be lifted up for the elect. When Esau goes apeshit, when Esau really shows his horns, Let's get this. Speaking about spiritual powers, I think it's in Isaiah 40. The Wadi Halbah Shem Yahushua again. Man. Yep. Because this is what the elect is going to get in that time. This is the book of Isaiah 40 and 29. It says, He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Right? Because, us being in this captivity, we don't have any might. Our might and our hope is in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord, that Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Yahushua raise us up. Lord, when we be a part of the elect. And we have power right now because we have this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Verse 30 says, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall. Right, we're seeing that right now with a lot of Jakes, younger Jakes, being in these corruptible bodies, always in pain, different things of that nature. It just shows you that we need that we need deliverance from the flesh, that we need to be changed. But here's the point I want to get into, talking about spiritual powers, the standard, for the elect's sake. This is the book of Isaiah 40 and 31. It says, but they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Meaning what? We're going to fly. We're going to run super fast. Just think about the different animes like Dragon Ball Z, Marvel comics, DC comics. How you see these different superheroes, running fast, flying, to be able to turn invisible, shoot fireballs out their hands, shoot laser beams out their eyes. Where do you think they get these from? They get them from the scriptures, And this is all going to be for the elect in the time that's to come. The elect men is going to have spiritual power. And it's going to be needed at the time. I read that Isaiah 59 and 19, the Lord is going to lift up a standard again for us, And Lord willing, we be those men. Let's get this. This is the book of Jeremiah 16 and 16. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountains and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Right? Because we're fishing for the elect right now. But soon those same people, that were once fishers are going to be what? Hunters. We're going to hunt. We're going to hunt down these heathens, starting with Esau, Edom, these elites. We're going to bring them down to their place, which is what? Under our foot, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And then after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them, starting with these elites, these devils. It says from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks, right? Because they're going to be hiding in that times. In those times, they're going to be hiding. What's that in Revelation 6? Spirit hot right now. I didn't have a lesson planned, but I'm just flowing in the spirit right now. Yep. Revelation 6 and 15. It says, and the kings of the earth, because these devils is going to be hiding, which I read in Jeremiah 16, from out of the holes and out of the rocks. We're going to be finding their ass in these different locations. These underground bunkers and shit. These different different hotels, because Esau Edom got shit like that. Hotels in the mountains, hiding behind rocks, But we're going to hunt them down. This is the book of Revelation 6 and 15. It says, and the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Right, what I read back in that Jeremiah 16, we're going to be hunting them. And they're going to be in these different locations, like a giant underground bunker where they got different houses and things like that. Thinking they're going to hide, They ain't going to be able to hide at all. It says, verse 16, it says, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, right? The Lamb is Yahweh Shai. Because these elites, do not want to be brought down. These elites do not want to be under, starting with Yahweh Shem Yahushua on down. They don't want to be under the Israelites, So what it says right here, it says, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Because what? These devils know they're going to have to pay for everything that they done. It says, for the great day is of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Right? These devils ain't going to be able to stand. The only ones that's going to be able to stand is the Lord's elect, the ones that the Lord is going to deliver in that time, But through the spirit, that's, I didn't have a lesson plan, but, I just really wanted to turn on my camera and just flow through the spirit, basically. But Lord willing, it was edifying, so I want to end up by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and our apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. Lord willing, I hope this lesson was edifying. Until next time, Wah, Ababa Ba, Shalom.